Okay, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this section tonight. Let me quickly share my screen so that we will crack on. Confirm my screen is up, please.
Yes, sir.
Can you
Yes.
see the screen, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. Tonight we would be dealing with wireframe. It's actually an extension of our last week class on process mapping. An extension of it is actually wireframes, and closely related to wireframe as well is prototype, and but we'll be dealing with the wireframes, which is very much related to prototypes as well. Now, what are wireframes for the business analyst? Very crucial. They are skeletal representations of the layouts of our design or our product, what we're bringing out. What are the skeletal representation? Maybe we want to sell, we want to display phone. How are we going to display it in the website? Just a skeletal representation of what we want to display. Also, wireframe outlines the structure of the functionality of the website or the application or the product we are delivering. So how is it going to function? This is how it's going to function. This is the direction we are going to, the visual representation of its function. The wireframe also displays it. Wireframe is giving us the functionality, but not actually the design element. Now, we have the people who are the designers. Their primary duty is to come up with the exact design that we need. But as the business analyst or as the product owner, what we just need to do is to give them the functionality. It's not actually the design. And we're going to look at the various components of the software development program and see where we fall in as the business analyst. So the wireframe just gives the functionality of what we want to the end users to have, and they're like just like a blueprint of the final product. Now let's talk a little about the software development lifecycle. Doc in his lecture earlier, he has given us a brief when he talked about the agile methodology on the software development lifecycle. Now there's a little tweak of the software development cycle where we are speaking from the end of the business analyst. Now, in the software development cycle, we're supposed to have what we call the planning stage. We'll now go to the requirement gathering. We'll now go to the design. We'll go to the implementation. Then we'll go to the testing phase, then the deployment phase. After the deployment stage, we'll now be going to the formal closure of the project, and as well as to the maintenance and handing over to the BAU. Now, BAU is actually business as usual. When we come in delivering a project, after the project is being delivered, we hand it over to the owners who will continually use it. And that's what we call actually the BAU, that will be using the product when the project has ended. Now, for the business analyst, we pick it from the angle of the requirement gathering. Now, the requirement gathering section is very crucial to the business analyst. And we have talked about stakeholders engagement before now, and also a requirement elicitation or requirement gathering. And we mentioned a lot of techniques that we use in the process of gathering our requirements. Can anybody remind us of some of the techniques that we have mentioned that we use in requirement gathering? Yes.
Brainstorming.
Brainstorming, yes, thank you. Who else can help us?
Workshops.
What?
Workshops.
I didn't get that. Work,
They said workshop.
workshop. Thank you.
Focus
Workshop, yes,
interview.
can I? Interview, thank you. What other techniques again? I need one more techniques.
Survey.
Huh?
Survey.
Thank you very much. Survey. Now they can ask you a question that they want to implement a product. As a business analyst or as a product owner, how are you going to go about to look at this product to ensure that it is enhanced, it becomes better? It's an existing product already. We just want you as a business analyst to come with your expertise to come and revamp what we have. What method are you going to use? Now, the requirement gathering techniques now comes into mind, and you begin to ask, okay, it's a product that we are using before. Okay, then I'm going to use the techniques, a survey techniques. I'm going to look at the users and do a survey with the users to begin to find out what are the problems, what are the things they think we can improve on. Does the software have feedback mechanism? Have the users been able to give feedback on their experiences? I'm going to look at the feedback and begin to look at what are the complaints, what are the issues. Or I'm going to use the interview technique to meet with the user. So all of these techniques, they are crucial, they are important, and depending on the scenarios we find ourselves, we begin to know which of them we are going to deploy to use to bring about solution to the development we are dealing with at that time. Now, after that, we'll now go to the next phase, which is the analysis phase. And in our business improvement methodology we discussed in our last class, we told us that in doing our analysis phase, we have the current phase, the current stage, which we also call the what? I need the business analyst language there. The current state is also called the what? Yes. Who is giving me the terminology there?
As
The
is.
current state is also called what?
As is.
Thank you. It's also called the as is. As is. Very important. We don't forget. And the future state, where we want to be, is called the what?
To be.
Thank you. It's called the to be, Doc. To be. Don't forget these languages. These are the terminologies that will be your fingertips as business analysts. Now, the to be, that is where we want to be. And we'll now begin to look at where we are now, and this is where we want to be. And the difference between where we are and where we want to be, we say for the business analyst, it's called the gap analysis. So one of the techniques we use is the gap analysis to determine where we are now, where we want to be, and these are the things we need to do to come to that stage. So you have done your gap analysis. You have also done your SWOT analysis. Identify the strength, identify the weakness. You have identified the opportunities and the threat. You've done all your analysis and you said, yes, this is what we want to go. Then at this stage of the analysis, we'll now begin to document. We'll now bring a comprehensive documentation on all the requirements we have gathered, from the high level requirements to the low level requirements, and the analysis we have done. We now document it. Now we now do our wireframe, our designs, We also do our process map and put all of them together in our business requirement document, BROD. You document everything, the business requirement document, and at this place, yeah, this phase is where we have the pre-stage. As we document, we hand it over for the design. The design will now pick up this document and look at it and bring the design. So at this phase, we'll give them our process map, give them the alternate flows, give them the wireframes, and we'll hand them over to the design department, who will now bring the actual prototype. What we really need to come out. And based on that, it goes to the implementation. These are the developers who will do the development and the coding and translate those things into the requirements of the software that is being developed. After that, we go into the testing phase. After the testing is confirmed and everything is okay, we now deploy it, take it to where it will be used. Now, if we're dealing in an environment, the testing will be done in a test environment. Now, in every organization or in big organization, there's always the production environment as well as the testing environment. Now, the production environment is where the live data is. And sometimes you don't want to play with the live data. But there's also a testing environment where we do all the testing. It's just like the real development, where the production is, but just a prototype of the production, but it's not a real unit. Just do the testing, just simulate it, and if everything works well, we now move into the deployment, getting into the production department, circle, where the thing is now being in use and is now deployed. After that, we go into the project closure, into the maintenance, and the BAU, which is business as usual. Now, all what I've just said, we've just described them in a process map. Now, this is a swim lane where we have the business analysts, the SME, the designers, the developers, the testers, and the deployment stage. So for the business analyst starts with the requirement gathering. And who does he do the requirement gathering with, please? He doesn't do it alone. The business analyst works with which people?
The stakeholders.
Thank you. Works with the stakeholders. All stakeholders that is relevant to this project has been identified, and they come together and you do the requirement gathering depending on the techniques you want to use. After the requirement gathering, it goes into the analysis. And when you are going to the analysis of those requirements, you don't deal with everybody at that time. You look now, you have gotten a lot based on the business case that the company has provided. You have looked at everything. You have done a lot of things, analysis. You have highlighted the requirements. You're now going to into analysis with some of the SMEs. You do it yourself and meet with the subject matter expert, and you begin to ask some certain questions, and you pick out a particular requirement and say, this requirement, what is our goal in this requirement? And they'll begin to discuss, and you begin to write, okay, based on this, what are the things we want to achieve from this? You begin to, you do your analysis. This is where we are. This is where we want to be. After you have gotten every of those analysis, you now document them in the business requirement document. Your use case is there, your user story is there, your process mapping is there, as well as your wireframe is also there. Then you now hand over that document now to the design phase. Don't forget, at this phase, we have our freeze. We have discussed all that we needed at this phase. By the time we are handing over to the design phase, there is a freeze to requirements now. We will not begin to come to requirement. If, for instance, a requirement needs to be changed, we are going to go through what we call the change management program. And we need to get approval because it is going to have an impact in our original design, implementation, cost, and time. So there's going to be a change management. So that's why we always have the freeze here. Whether it is an agile environment or it is in a waterfall environment, we'll always have that freeze. But if there is additional change that is coming in, we'll go through the change requirement process to add it to be part of our requirements. After that is the implementation stage. It now goes to the testing phase. I would like to elaborate a little on testing here, because one of the qualities we need to have as business analysts is the ability to also test the product. Because if we do not test what we are delivering, then we cannot determine the quality, because the quality assurance is part of our duties and role as a business analyst, and you should be able to have the skills of conducting testing or determining the quality. So quality assurance should be one of our skills, or one of our knowledge as well as business analysts. So in the testing, we need to know, what are we testing for? So for instance, we are testing a password, and we have said that the password should be 5-letter words. 5-letter words should be the password. Now, you are going to do testing, both positive and negative tests. You are going to test the password, form a password, a username and password with 5 letters. No, we have said the minimum should be 5 letters. Now you're going to do a test, try it with 4 letters. If I log in with a username of my password, and I use 4 characters in my password, will it log me in? If it logs you in, that is a bug. That is an error. That is a problem. You have to go back to the testers and to the developers and say, no, something is wrong. The criteria, acceptance criteria, is minimum of 5 characters, but I used 4, it still logged me in. So before that, you would have done your right comprehensive test script, the things you are going to test based on our requirement and our acceptance criteria. You now set up your test environment, then you verify each of those requirements. If everything goes well, then the product is released. If everything does not go well, if we're supposed to put a question mark here, if verified okay, if yes, it's released. If no, it goes back again to the implementation where it is being designed again, and the product goes through that circle. Are we clear so far? Can I get your feedback? Are we clear so far?
Yes, sir.
Can't hear anybody. Am I being heard at all? Hello?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You're clear. I can hear you.
You can hear me. Okay, thank you.
Yes,
Any
we're clear.
questions so far? Are we clear so far? Are we clear?
Yes, we're clear.
Okay. Thanks. Then let's go ahead. Why do we need wireframe? It's just to clarify our requirements. All our user requirements, we need to clarify it. Why do we need wireframes? We need wireframes because it will facilitate rapid iteration and feedback cycle when we are dealing with our stakeholders. Also, wireframe fosters collaboration between the different circles of people we are working with. Don't forget, we're working with designers, developers, and different stakeholders, as we see in our in this our slide. Now, requirement gathering is the work of the business analyst and the stakeholders. We have said it. The SME is the work. Analysis is the work of the business analyst as well as the different stakeholders identified as the SME. The business requirement document is also is the work of the business analyst. When we come to the freeze session, and we now give it to the designers, if the designers wants anything and they are not clear about anything, one of the persons they will fall back to is who?
The business analyst.
Is the business analyst. So we discovered that, yeah, we have the business analyst present here as well, because we are not clear about this requirement. What do you mean about this? What do you mean? We need some questions. They fall back to the business analyst. If the developers as well, when they are not clear about some certain things, they go back to the designers and as well as to the business analysts. Now, in the testing phase, the business analysts and the testers and the quality assurance, they are all in this phase. Now, you now discover that the business analyst is in almost all of the phases. Now, another definition we can give to the business analyst is that for every project he's handling, he becomes the subject matter expert, because every other persons, apart from the project manager, wants to get in touch with the business analyst. And that's why most times the business analyst can as well function as a project manager in any project. Now, one of the important as well is that it gives that user interface experience is given, and people can see the usability and the workflow, the direction of how the product or the service is going to look like. Now, we have two types of wireframes. We have the low fidelity wireframes and the high fidelity wireframe. Now, the low fidelity wireframe is just giving a layout. It's not it's different to the high fidelity wireframe that wants to give the representation, the true representation. For instance, we are developing a website or an app for let me say, a house developer who is developing 3-bedroom flats or 2-bedroom flats. The low fidelity wireframe will just give a simple design of building there. But why the high fidelity wireframe will go and bring a prototype, a design, look for 3D models and the rest and put it there. But basically, the prototypes try to deal more on the high fidelity wireframing. But for simple demonstration to users and for the business analysts, the low fidelity wireframe is okay and ideal when we are dealing with our stakeholders. Now, there are a lot of tools we use for our wireframing. You can just do a sketch. Use your hand, paper, your pen, your pencil, and just sketch. This is how I like it to be. Just do it, and you just read and you snap it and you just send it across. You can do paper and biro sketching. The people they say the Adobe SD is also a tool that is being used. Then we also have the Balsamiq as well. You can go to the Balsamiq and just but I think it's limited. They have a free version, I think for 30 days. Just log in with an email address. It's what we can try. We'll see different interface that we can use and just deal with it. We also have the Figma as well that we can use to do our low fidelity wireframe. The Lucid we also use in our process mapping, can also be used for wireframe as well. Yeah, it has the features for wireframe. Then we can use the draw.io as well. We can use it for wireframe. These are tools we can use for wireframe. So when you begin to see they are mentioning some tools as in job requirements, if you can use this, you can use this, you can use this. So far, you can draw any of the wireframes, you can use it. So you can use Visio, you can use Balsamiq, you can use any tool that is used for drawing, either process mapping or used for process mapping or for wireframes or for
Hello? I hear you, sir. Hello?
I think some connection issues. He will come back.
Okay, sir. I was afraid. I thought it was just me.
Hello? Hello? Am I heard?
Well, welcome back, sir.
Oh, thank you. I was knocked out. Good to be back. Let me share my screen, please. Oh, confirm my screen is back, please.
Yes, you're back.
Thank you. Where last did I stop, please?
You're talking
Was
about
I out of this place?
tools. No,
Eh?
no. You're talking about Visio, use of Visio,
Okay,
Figma.
thank you very much. That any of these, they can act many tools that if you are familiar with any of these tools, but if we can familiarize ourselves with the draw.io, Batamic, and Lucid, we can function anywhere. It's just different and different owners, but it's the same functions or functionality they have. So we can use them to do our wireframes or our process mapping. Now, we have our Navis app, and we talked about this is the business case of the Navis app. We have the executive summary, what we want to achieve, and our key features. And you as a business analyst, you have looked at the documents, you've gotten your inputs. Now, remember that we have the user authentication, you have the shift visibility, booking system, notification, availability management reporting. These are all the high level requirements that has been given. Now you need to now come into go into a requirement gathering elicitation with your stakeholders and begin to determine what we really want to achieve. Now you come and let's just deal with the user authentication. You now begin to ask your stakeholders, what do we need to achieve? Now, we are all the stakeholders right now. Let's begin to discuss right now. In the user requirement, user authentication, what are the things that we need to have under user authentication, which we call the low-level requirements? So what are we going to have under the user authentication? We're going to have something like login. What else are we going to have? Are we there? Can I have our input? Apart from login, what we're going to have in user authentication?
Signing.
Okay, that is sign. Okay, okay, let's do sign up, sign up and sign up account. Okay, what again?
Verification.
Huh?
User verification, more like email verification or phone number verification, something like that. For first user ID.
Did you say email verification? No,
I was
we
looking
don't
at
use.
first time user.
Okay, it will come to sign up. They will sign up account. So we'll detail all those ones in signing up. What features again do we need to have inside user authentication?
We forgot password.
Forgot password. What again are we going to have? We can also have something like remember password. Is that not so?
Yes.
Okay. What else can we have again? So, all right, we now have, so we'll now begin to, in our requirement elicitation, login, we begin to ask, what are we going to use in the login? You ask the question. Do we want to use usernames or we want to use email address? You're not the one to determine it. The stakeholders will have to agree. And they will tell you, okay, everybody has a company email address. We want them to use the company email address. Maybe if it is something that is for the general public, that is not tied to a specific company, just the general public, we cannot be talking of company email address. Is that not so?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So depending on the scenario or the situation, we determine what we are going to use. So in this case, what are we going to say we are going to be using for our login? What are we going to use? Do we use email or username?
Company email.
What? Email, Okay. Email. Okay. Now, we're also going to put then in the email, you now put, will the email be verified? Will a mail be sent? Okay, no, that will be in the sign up when you're signing up. Now, for password, what will be the criteria for the password?
Number of characters.
Huh?
Number of characters.
So
8 characters, 1 caps, and 1 numeric.
okay. All right. We'll define those ones in the sign up. Is that not so? We don't do that one in the, what do we call it?
Login, yes.
In the login. Another thing we can have here is what features again?
Biometric.
Hmm?
Biometric
Okay.
signing.
Okay, maybe fingerprint.
Fingerprint, yeah.
Okay, and we can go more. We can say facial
Recognition.
waiting. Good. Now in the
Recognition.
sign up, yes. Now in the sign up, what are we going to be having in the sign up? We'll have name.
Mhm, mhm.
Is that not so?
Yes.
Full name. What again?
Email address, phone number.
email, phone number, what again? Some might even have sex. What again? Some might even put age range
Date
just
of
to be
birth.
sure you are above 16 signing up, some depending on what we are going in. So what again do we put again? Yeah.
Date of birth.
Huh?
Date of birth.
Okay, we can put age range. Yes, what again? Okay. What again? What again? What again? What again? What again? What again? What again?
Email verification.
Huh?
Email verification.
They can also do what we call um, uh,
Yes, password and confirm password.
they cannot do SSO. SSO is single sign on. Single sign on, that means they can tell you log on. Okay, log in. Sorry. Log in with Google or what? Facebook. Do we see that? Do we see some of these options? So instead of you to
Yes.
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
yes,
Or maybe
sign
to
on with sign on with your Google account or with your Facebook account, even without putting your name, everything. It will just take all your data from there and populate it, and it goes off. So we have this kind of options. So we can put the things in and forget password, remember password as the rest of the case for this. Now let somebody get this handy so that we will refer to them. Let's quickly design our wireframe right now. So we can go to draw.io, draw.io.com. Last time we used Lucid, but we can use draw.io.com. And what's this now? What's this card, yes. Okay. Now we are here. Let's assume we are dealing with, this is draw.io. We can, like I said, we can use it for also process map, which we did the last time as well. It has a lot of features. When you need more features, just come to more shapes. Talk what you need in more shapes is given to you. You can come and just come to your advanced, and you said, I want to do with which of the swim lanes I want to deal with. I want to deal with swim lanes. Oh, sorry. This is the swim lane that I want to work on swim lane. Maybe there are 4 or 5 departments. Just click one of them. And by the time you say Control D, it populates, it gives you an additional one over there. Or you can come and when you look at it, you click on your swim lane, do anything you want to do. By the time you double click on this, you can write anything on them, but this is for it. Now let's say we want to do a app design. Let's now quickly just go to where do we go to now? Yeah, this is Android, and just pick an app and say, okay, just a display of how we want to do the app, the Navis app. It is here. Wow, Navis app. So one of the things that we want to do on a Navis app, maybe we'll put our logo somewhere in the app. We want to put our logo somewhere. Do I have anything I can use as my logo? Yeah. Do I have anything I can use as my logo? Anything I can use as my logo? No, no, no. Any picture I can use as my logo? Okay, all right. This one I can use it. This is the for this fidelity. This is the Navis logo. I put it here, and I said, okay, what's the app we're actually trying to deal with now? You just come over back to the general. This is our header, test header. We are dealing with the Navis app. Navis. Naviscare app. This is our Naviscare app. Oh, lovely, lovely. And we want to do, let's say we want to do this. Is it the sign-in page? Okay, let's do sign-in page first. And we'll come with the sign-in page. And what should be in the sign-in page? The username should be there. So we come and we bring a text box. A text box with a rounded egg or not. Let's go with a rounded one and put it here. And you say the person will put his username. Control D is duplicate, and the next will be what? Password. Is that not so? So after you put your username and put your password, what are you supposed to click next?
Login.
Huh? Let's flow together. What are we supposed to click next?
Login.
Login. That's good. So we come now, break, log in. Maybe just put this thing here, and you put log in. And we can just come and change the color and come here. Let's choose a color, make it dark gray. Is this one dark enough? Okay. Dark gray, login. That is here. Now, after login, what can we put at the bottom of it? We can write at the bottom, forgot password, like a question sign.
Yeah.
Is that so?
Yes.
Yes. So I come here to the side here. Oh, sorry. Just come to the side here. Test. I'm not picking the text, the box now. Just text. It comes here, and I say, forget or forgot password. I put a question mark there and highlight it. Let's give it a color. Which color do we give it? Let's give it, choose a color for me. Which color? Red, blue, pink, which?
Blue.
Huh?
Blue.
Blue, okay. Apply. So, forgot password, okay. No. We can also put, sorry. We can also, okay, I can put this one at the side. We can also do another one. Remember password. Is that not so? Remember password. Now, let's pick some buttons now. Remember password. There's something you need to click. Is that not so?
Yes.
Are we together? Huh?
Like a small
Yes.
tick, so that whenever
Yes.
you don't have to.
Yes. So what do we call that one?
Check.
We call it check-in
Checkbox.
or checkbox. check box. So let's go and look for a check box. Check box. There is check box here.
Yes.
Yes. I have a check box with a test. Let me bring it. This is it. Check box. Correct. Sorry. Check box. Oh. So no. Present. Very sensitive. No. I want to carry it to that point and type. So uh here is the crossbar. Good. Good. No. I need to type. Okay. What do you think we want to put here again?
Remember password.
Oh, where is it? No, it's not. Why is it? Boss. Okay, let me see this one. Let me reduce it a little. Which color do we give it? Same blue or what?
Blue.
Huh?
Blue.
All right. So they can check here. Remember password. Okay. What else again can we put there again?
New user sign up.
Huh?
New user sign up.
Okay. So we can have something at the bottom and okay, bring a test. We can do something like this. Don't have an account, sign here or click here. Which one should go? Click here or sign here?
Click here.
Hmm?
Click here.
Click here or sign here? Click here.
Click here.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. Then we can also say if we so wish, we can put here or or we'll do let's go and Okay. Log in with what?
Google.
With Google. And we can go and look for a Google sign. Let's go and look for a Google sign and bring here web login. This is a Google sign. Is that not so? Is it a
No.
Google sign or Chrome?
No, that's
Hmm?
Chrome.
That's
That's
cool.
Chrome. That's
This
Google.
this Google?
No, the
Correct.
other. Okay.
That's
This
Gmail.
one?
It goes
Okay.
either of them.
Oh, okay, either of them. Let's go. Use the sign, drop it here. Okay. We can do another one again. Let's just add another one again to say Control D. Log in with say Facebook. Okay. Yeah, it's Facebook again. Yeah. Yeah, face us. No, sorry. Um,
That's it. Down, down, up, up a little. 3 more steps up. Yeah.
good. So we have done our wireframe, which we are going to include in our business requirement document that will be translated to the designers when they are going to do the real prototype of what needs to be designed to be implemented. Now, this is for the we can just right click this now and just rename it as say login. We can come to page 2 and rename it and call it sign up. Sign up. Just the same process. We can duplicate. Why do you pick only that one? Now for the to sign up, I'm going to remove all of this. They are not necessary here. To sign up, what are the information we will need?
Name.
We have name. Yeah? Names.
Phone number.
So we now need to put a field here. We'll put a field there where the person need to impute his name here.
Type in. That's my full name. Still
What did you say? Okay. After name, what again we are going to use? Email address or what? Let's go. Email address. Is it okay, no, maybe say, let's say we are putting username. Eh? Are we together? Are we there?
Yes.
What are we putting next?
Phone number.
Huh?
Phone number. Contact.
Is okay.
So we are saying user login. The user login should be the email address. Is that not what we agreed?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. So the person will put email address there. Then what else did you say we need again? Did you say we need the phone number? Eh?
Password. Password.
If we need, what we are putting next is what you said? Password. Is that not so? Now, what did we say is the password? What did we agree that should be the password? What should be the condition for the password? How many characters? How many should be minimum of how many characters? There should be uppercase. Should there be special characters? What we have spoken with our SMEs, subject master experts in the IT, and they have told us no, we need strong password for all our systems, just so for security and the rest of that. Blah blah blah. Now, what have they come up with? Should be the minimum for a password. What do we agree?
Minimum of 8 characters.
Minimum of 8 characters. Yes. Let's go on.
One uppercase.
One uppercase. Yes.
One number and one special character.
Good. What again are we? What are we going to have again?
Confirm password.
Re-enter or confirm. What again? What again did we highlight? What did we highlight again? We can put, we say we are putting sex. Is that not so? Huh? Are we still putting sex? Sex. And in sex, we are going to have either 2 or 3 options. 2 or 3 options. Male. What other option again?
Female and other.
Female. Order or not declare. So, and that one, we don't use checkbox. What do we use? Because you must choose only one. So what do we use for that?
Drop down.
Huh?
Drop down.
Drop down, or we can use the radio button. Oh. Sometimes very sensitive. I want to change it to female, not. Okay, what else again? What else again do we add? Then we can now put a caveat here. Put a caveat. Put a caveat. Say, put a link to terms of service, and we also put a checkbox that you agree to the terms and conditions. Is that okay? Is that okay? No response. I'm not doing it too. I didn't get any response. Is that one okay or not okay?
It's okay. Sir.
Huh?
It's okay.
It's okay. Okay.
It's okay.
All right, thanks. And the last button will not be what? What will be the last button?
Sign up.
Thank you. Sign up. I just make it gray as well and just put it. Now, this is our wireframe. Simple. If we've been able to determine the use case and what we want, and we've discussed with the stakeholders, before moving to the developers or the designers, we'll be able, as the business analysts, come up with our process map, come up with our wireframe, document everything, put our alternate flows, put our main flows, how everything is going to run as we have discussed or we have elicited from the stakeholders, document everything, we follow them up, and what we're expecting is a good product at the end of the day. This is the end of our class today. If you have any question, you can ask your questions now.
Sir, I just want to ask, this does it have like a free trial for this one, just like the Lucid one we used last week?
Yes, Draw.io has a free trial.
Okay. Okay.
Yes. Balsamic has a free trial, but I think it's for 30 days or so. So after 30 days, except you want to change your password, but Draw.io does not have, it's just free. You have the paid version, but we have almost everything free for us to use.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Any other question? If no other question, I will hand over to Dr. Yak.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Been a great session. And as you were talking about the tools, I just thought of mentioning the fact that it would really require people having to practice this thing. And so when the project starts, we'll really be able to deliver on these stuffs. And in looking at the tools, apart from this draw.io, I think it's essentially even free to a very large extent, this one. But like Figma and that Balsamic, those ones are paid ones. But what I will advise from my personal experiences, they are very good to have for the free period. Master the tool, understand the tool, and just add it to the skill set you already have. So when they say who know how to use this, yes, you already know how to use it. So that's the way it is. So the same strategy we're going to do for Confluence and Jira. Mr. Austin, have we thought about Confluence and Jira to create user story and all the stuff as we get on with this Navis app?
Yes, yes. I think I was thinking after we finish our main sections, we'll have to go into that as well.
Perfect. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we'll have to have a session to train on the use of Jira and Confluence. most importantly, Jira, so people can begin to know how to create user story and do all of those things, which is going to be very amazing. But thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Really, really insightful and informative session. If we don't have any other question, our next meeting is going to be on Saturday. So please let's catch up again on Saturday at our normal time, 12 o'clock. And yeah, thank you very much, everybody. So we'll see you again on Saturday.
All right, sir. Good night, sir.
Okay, bye.
All right, cheers all. Thanks.
Yeah.
Saturday sequel as usual. Cheers.
Mr. Tony. All right, sir.
All right, yeah.
All right, cheers everyone. Bye now.
Yes, sir.